Hey guys, what's going on? Amy Nicholas, and today's video I just wanted to share I invested for 1 full month into Facebook, daily buys every single day on Robinhood, and when there was a dip, when I felt like the price went down and it was worth buying a little more, I added as well to that position, but consistently throughout the month of middle of January 6th, I believe is when I started, up until this data actually goes to February 10th. So just one day over, because we had a weekend in there, just one day over the month. So Meta is currently on an uproar right now, 722.18.37. It's shooting up for some reason all of a sudden. At any rate, my recurring purchases of Meta started. Let's see if we can go all the way back here. Okay, so your average price $665.85. Let's see if I can get in the camera here. And Meta's current price is $722.27. So it'll tell you here on Robinhood that Meta's current price is $56.42 higher than your average price paid. So I happened to catch Meta on a value add time. What I did to do this is actually there was a little bit of not work, but just something I did that actually you can use this for the future. So I went on ChatGPT, which I freaking love. I have the paid plan, which I highly recommend. It's totally worth the $20 a month. The amount of time it saves you to analyze things, to look at stocks, to look at data. It pulls from websites, financial websites, and everything. And I gave it 3 stocks, and I said, of these 3 stocks, which one looks like it's a good buy at this time? Not at its high, not like about to top out or any of that. And it came back. It was Meta, Amazon, and Netflix, I believe were the 3 I asked. And it came back and said Meta of the 3 was the highest chance of a next leg up, right? Like an upward movement was in the cards. and it was right. It was totally right. I mean, when I started, I think my first, let's see if I can go back to the very first order. Because as you saw, the average order was $669. Meta's trading at $722 right now. I happened to start buying it too just before earnings were reported. After earnings were reported, the stock shot way up and went past the 700 level and really hasn't retraced back. So that's one of the things that just happened to work out. I didn't plan that part of it, but it just, I just went off of the data and seeing that Meta was growing. They're putting all this money into AI. So that's why I started this investment. But yeah, I started with $5 a day on, January 7th, not the 6th, January 7th. And then you can see all my recurring buys here through the month of January, continuously buying. At some point, I switched over, and I think I went to $15 a day. I don't know, maybe like a couple weeks back. Let's see here. Yeah, sometime at the end of January, I switched to $15 a day. And then in just the last few days, I decided to go to $20 a day. So yeah, I don't even have a whole share of Meta, but let's see, where are we at in terms of the return here? So I have $347.72 invested. Let's see if I can do this better here. I'm just going to read it backwards. So there's the average cost, which actually just kind of updated. Today's return, I'm up $2, and total return $12.70. And I don't even have a whole share, guys. I have 0.48 of a share. So not even half a share, because I'm just dollar cost averaging into Meta. I didn't want to come out the gate and just buy a whole share for $667, whatever it was at that time. I just prefer to buy these higher price stocks into a dollar cost average model, because then you're getting all these different price points. Sometimes I'm buying a little bit higher, sometimes I'm buying way down low. Like I said, I started buying before the earnings were reported, so I got the chance to buy it, at a much cheaper price than it's trading for right now. And then, I don't try to time it every day. Robinhood is just going to place the order, at the market, whatever time it executes, and I don't have to think about it. But if I do see that the stock is down one day, I'll set alerts on my phone. You can do this on the Yahoo Finance app with an audible sound. For some reason, the Robinhood app it will send an alert to your phone, but it doesn't make a sound. I cannot figure out how to get it to do the sound. I think it's a glitch on the app, unfortunately. But yeah, Yahoo Finance, just download that on your phone and you can use it for free, and you can set alerts for price points. So if Meta was trading like say 7.15 one day, I would set like an alert and see if I could get it under 7.10, because sometimes throughout the day it could swing that much. You know, it could go way up in the morning and then it could just trail back down, and then at some point later in the day you hear the alert, oh boom, Meta just went under 7.10 or whatever. And at that point I would go on my phone and I would just buy some more, like $10 here, $5 here, $15, whatever I felt like. And so that's why I actually have more than, you know, the dollar cost average daily buy I've been doing. And I think it does tell you, actually, it says on Robinhood, so you invested $180 last month and $300 since your first order on January 7th. So it tells you not only what your daily buys have added up to, which was $180, but also the additional money that I put into buying, you know, more of the stock. So yeah, so that's how much has gone in, and it's telling me now Meta's current price is $53.03 above your average price paid. So pretty cool stuff. Yeah, I love doing dollar cost averaging because I'm getting different prices, and I'm not just paying all at once for one share and then, you know, maybe it goes down and you're like, oh, I should have waited, you know. And there's always the other side. It could go up. You could buy it at, you know, 710 and then it's now it's at 721 and you're like, woo, I'm up $11. But there's just that anxiety sometimes around spending that much on one share, and, you know, you can kind of have to save your pennies, right? You save your dollars to buy another share. I really like the concept of dollar cost averaging. You know, gives me a chance to spread money out, you know, instead of just feeling like I gotta go all in and then like fingers crossed, I hope this works out, you know. Meta is a long-term game for me. If one day I'm up so much that I feel like cashing out, I will. But you know, this is slow and steady kind of investing here. This isn't like me buying a whole bunch of it at one time. But you know, pretty cool that in 1 month, and I'm looking at the ticker here as it's moving, I'm up $12 now and 66 cents. It's fluctuating a few pennies, but yeah, I mean, just even to be number one green in 1 month of investing, number two to be in the double digits already is pretty cool stuff. You know, there's something to be said about trading, buying around earnings time. It's a very risky, uncertain outcome. You know, I was buying before earnings were reported, and I think it might even have been even before they told me on Robinhood that earnings were coming up. So I don't even think I knew at that time. But it's one of those things where, you know, if earnings are about to be announced, you may want to hold off, like, especially if you're going to buy whole shares, just because it could go one way or the other. And there's really no rhyme or reason sometimes. Like Amazon recently reported fantastic earnings and their stock went down because there was like one little thing somebody said in the meeting and people didn't like it. So you just don't know, right? You just don't know which way it's going to go. However, if you're dollar cost averaging like this, you're just, you know, 5, 10, 20 bucks a day, whatever it might be, it just makes sense to jump in as soon as you feel like, yes, this is a stock I want to invest in. I want to go for a long term. And for me, long term is anything over a year. You know, under a year, it's swing trading. But over a year, if you're planning to hold it, especially if you really want to see your capital grow and you are daily investing and you're not investing like a ton every month, you know, because what is, let me pull up a calculator here. Like 50, let's say my average was $15 a day. And there's only like 20 trading days a month, so I'm only really putting in about $300 a month into this stock. That's not even gonna buy me half a share, right? So you got to figure this is a long play kind of game, and that's totally fine. Like, I like the idea of just putting money in to something that I'm not gonna waste money on, right? If this money was sitting in my bank account, I would just be buying like stupid stuff with it. Just because I know myself. it would just be gone. Like, it would just be wasted. And, you know, if it was on hand, if I had the money in my hand, you know how cash goes. If you have it in the wallet, you wonder where it went, right? This way, it's in the Robinhood account. I'm earning interest on that account actually because I signed up for the Robinhood Gold. And it's like just let the money do its thing and let me not have to worry and analyze about it too much. Just set up these automatic investments, right? So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to check out the others on my channel. I've done recent videos about my dividends I've earned from JEPB and JEPQ. These are two dividend paying ETFs that pay you every single month. Pretty cool stuff. So check those out below and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you on the next one.